Yeah, this is Eric Peacock, Puravida Fitness. Sorry, my voice is a little hoarse. I'm fighting a cold here. Hey, I just want to talk a little bit this week. Instead of demonstrating exercises, I want to talk about the concept of a deload week. A deload week is not a week off, but it's a week where you kind of scale back a little bit on your lifting. And I'm in the middle of a deload week right now. I just finished a pretty tough phase of lifting. Like you hear me fighting a cold. I've got a trip with my dad hunting this week. So kind of a crazy week. It's a great week for a deload week, just to kind of give my body some active recovery. And the key word there is active. So I would recommend every 4 to 6 weeks of hard training, you put in a 1 week of deload after that. That's what a lot of the best people do in the best strength coaches and the best trainers do with their clients and themselves. And then what you do with that is cut your volume back. And volume is basically your sets, times your reps. So instead of doing 5 or 6 sets, you do 2 or 3 sets. And I like to use an 8 to 10 repetition range with a weight that I can handle pretty easily. That I could probably do for 12 or 15. I'm not struggling too much. It's not easy. Maybe on a scale of 1 to 10, it's maybe a 5 or 6 on a scale of 1 to 10 of difficulty. But it's enough to kind of just stimulate the muscles, get some blood flow to them. But it also isn't going to tear me down a lot. And this is kind of a method of active recovery you can use to, get your body, let your body kind of catch up and recover and prevent overtraining and injuries. And, it's a great mental break, too. I mean, we know fitness, lifting and working out can be a lot of mental. So we want to put things in there just so kind of let us recharge the batteries in a sense. So on this YouTube video, I put just a basic deload workout that I would recommend, and you can do this like 2 or 3 days a week during a deload week. Rest up, get your calories in, let your body recover, and then be recharged and ready to hit again the following week. So that's my fitness tip for this week. Every 4 to 6 weeks of hard training, you put in at least one deload week, and you know what? It feels good to do it. And by the end of the week, you're going to be climbing the walls and ready to train hard again. We'll see you next week at Puravida Fitness.